Good day, everybody. Bill McCabe, and you're visiting us at the Iron Crane Dojo in the Pacific Northwest, where once again today we have one of our rare sunny days, so we're enjoying it. Today we're just going to talk about one of the basic tools of the martial arts, the front kick. But we're going to talk about variations of the front kick, because I think anyone in the martial arts who practices diligently has a real good awareness of what the front kick is. But there's many different ways to use it, and that's where a lot is lost over the terms of an ordinary kind of practice routine. So we're not going to visit the essentials of the front kick. I'm going to show you some variations of it, just so you get it pretty quick. Okay. I don't have a sense of Chris stand here. The first thing I want you to see is some of the ways that you can modify the front kick. And the first way is what is called a stabbing front kick, or just a modified front kick. And the stabbing front kick is where, point this at my feet if you will. The toes are in a stabbing position, and they're actually, keep it on down my foot if you will. And the foot actually angles as it attacks. And this particular kick is designed to target areas in the pubic arch. Okay. Still standing there, cameraman? Okay. So, for example, if he's right foot forward, I'm here. Now, normal front kicking distance would be right about in here. Okay. But I want a little bit more distance, and I just want to use this as an outside move. And watch what I do. I flutter, and go into the groin. Flutter in. You see how I'm stabbing into the pubic arch? Look at my upper body as I do it, because he might be throwing the right hand at me. Extend it, right? And I'm outside the distance of his projection, and I'm going in. You see what I'm doing? Dropping back as I execute. Now look at the kick. You can see how precise it can hit. Okay? Come on the other side, if you will, of the camera. And look over my left shoulder. And you just back with the right foot. Okay? And put it right here, if you will. Good. Again, the angle. And remember what I said about the angle and projection, because this is cutting through. See, if all I do is a regular front kick, you can block it, because the regular front kick has to follow the targeting direction of the knee. It follows the line that's established by the knee. For example, if I was going to kick him at his waist level, I would aim with my knee, and the ball of the foot would go out. Okay? The modified front kick whips up from the ground, and the leg is coming up as the knee is dropping down. So it's a very difficult kick to block. Now, he's not going to block yet. I just want you to see the trajectory. I'm here with my right leg in, kicking low. And I'm stabbing into the pubic arch. Okay? Now come on back here with the camera. You can see how far this projects into the pubic arch. I want you to put right over my left shoulder and watch how far into the pubic arch the foot goes. So this is a deep and sharp penetration into the groin area. That's why this is one of the great self-defense kicks. See, a blunt kick to the groin will aggravate an attacker and may stop him momentarily. But a sharply pointed projection into the attacker's sensitive area will immobilize him, possibly save someone's life. Now here, he's blocking, and we'll just do this in slow motion. Block with your right hand, if you will. That's your forward arm. And as he blocks, so to see that the kick is under block. And if I do a normal kick, he's making contact all the time. Oh! Oh, you did get your revenge. Okay, so that's just one variation of the front kick. We use about 15 different variations, but this is a very important one. Can you bring the camera over here if you will, Steve? Thanks. Mr. Max, sir. I like to kick with my front kicks in varied ways. One of the variations is I like to bring it into the center and cut up and out. Okay? This is a modified front kick. Sometimes referred to as a modified soccer kick because it's a modified soccer-like kick when you think about it. What I'm targeting here is the area at the waistline, the hip and the sacrum. And whether you understand this or not, a good solid hit there in a self-defense situation will completely immobilize the attacker. And a good hit will detach the femur from the hip, from the ball socket. Okay, it is possible to do that. So let's just say he comes in and grabs that. See it? The cut. Comes in, grabs, the cut. Even if it doesn't detach the femur from the hip socket, it's a high level of pain because it's a sensitive area. There's a few nerves that cross over there, but it completely destroys his balance and stops his attack dead in its tracks. So in that sense, it's very powerful. If he throws a kick with his, one of his legs, okay, I capture the kick and same kick underneath while my hands are in position. Okay? Now, the essential aspect of this kick is that it has to cut from the inside to the outside. And this gets back to what I learned in my many years of direct tutelage under the guidance of Master Archibald. We always work the angles, and we like to work the unusual aspects. And an unusual aspect would be your power incepts from the center and works from the center to the outside. Almost everyone else is doing the opposite. So a person who's well defended against somebody working from the outside to the inside is weakly defended if the attack is coming from the opposite paradigm. So I'm here. I'm going to have the camera come back over my right shoulder. And let your left foot go forward. And put your hand out of the way if you will, sir. So I'm here. It looks like I'm kicking to the groin. And it cuts over at the last time. So here we go. See it? This is actual cut. Sorry. A cut. Cut. And the object is to pop the femur loose from the hip bone. I could do it as a thrust, driving into the ground. And I could do it across the pubic arch. All different kinds of possibilities. Got that? We're going to run out of time in just a second here. How much time have we expended?
8.
Okay. One last variation. Using the same kick, not against the femur, but against the knee. His left knee is forward. This is basically a knee takedown. I come in from the inside, curl it over to the outside, and roll and move. And we practice this quite a bit, as you can see. Okay. Let's have a final view of me and we'll wrap it up. Friends, I actually covered a lot in this video, a lot for you to experiment with. Do this stuff safely. This is very powerful self-defense medicine. If you practice it such a way that you treat your partners like brothers and sisters. Never hurt them. Always remember that this information is just for general informational purposes, for you to explore new ideas under the guidance of a qualified teacher. See you down the road.